Hello, gentlemen. I hope you're having a good day. It is Wednesday. You probably might be thinking, did I sleep in the clothes because I'm wearing the same thing as I did yesterday? No. It's actually Tuesday for me right now, so I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try to recording these the afternoon before. So I hope I don't get the day, so I gotta keep reminding myself to say Wednesday, because when you watch this, it will be Wednesday, not Tuesday, and so on and so forth. So I'm outside. It's really nice out. The wind might be picking up on the microphone, but I'll try to get as close as I can. And I'm just gonna be out here for a little bit since it's such a nice afternoon. Plus, there's still some teachers working at the school, and sometimes it's hard to film, especially when I lack a wall, so that people can sometimes see me. But anyways, I'm out here. You probably can't see much, but I'm actually, at some point this school year, there is going to be a greenhouse right where I'm standing. Technically, I'm kind of standing in the southeast corner of the greenhouse. So if you look here, you probably can see it. You can see it's outlined. This is where the wall will be. Like this is inside greenhouse. This is outside of greenhouse. Well, technically that pink line will be the outside, but so we got to dig. We got where the blue is, and probably where the pink is. We got to dig out like 18 to 24 inches, and then we're gonna haul in some fresh topsoil. A lot of people don't know this, but at one point before the school was built, this was a giant rock quarry. So there isn't really much soil here. So we tried to take some soil samples last spring. We go about that far and we hit rock. So we're gonna take all this out. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna go 30 feet that way, and then it's gonna go 70 feet that way. So it's a pretty good sized greenhouse. It's not a year-round greenhouse, but it will have some heat. So more than likely, like December, January, February, depends on how beginning of March. It's probably not going to be a useful greenhouse just because it's too cold and the heat just will not keep up, because it has more of a plastic film for a side versus more hard shaped thing. So which would be nice, because if you look over here, all those pots, those are our experiments. They can all be done in the greenhouse, and so I'm kind of excited for that. But anyways, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about this article, and then we're gonna head into the classroom. I have something up on the smart board that I want you to see for class today. So we're gonna move on. So we've been learning a little bit about precision agriculture. You kind of understand now it's being more precise when we talk about, especially in farming. You know, we're only applying fertilizer where it's needed. We're not double seeding in area. We're making sure that our cattle are healthy. We're breeding them on time. Precision agriculture can be used in other areas. You know, if we talk about it in production of like in a factory, you know, we're using precision when it comes to welding. Some places are going to robots for welding. Why? Because they're more precise, they're more accurate. They can work longer, you know, than a human. So that's one thing that we have to keep in mind is when we are talking about precision, we're being more accurate. Is it taking jobs away? I'm going to say no. Some people will argue with me that yes, it is taking jobs away, but we're just making jobs different. You think about the welder. Okay, did we take a welding job away? Yes, but there are types of welds that a robot cannot do. They're just not part. The corners might be too sharp. The angle might be not correct. A human still has to do that. Plus, at the same time, we're putting a robot in there. Robot needs maintenance. it needs to be fixed. So we're creating that job for those people. So sometimes the jobs, we're not taking away jobs, we're just kind of shifting them to what we actually need. So will we ever live in a world fully run by robots? No, I disagree with that. So anyways, so let's talk about this article. So if you wanted to pull that article up, or if you print them off, go ahead. So this is the Grand Farm, and remember we talked about the Grand Farm yesterday, and it's going to be located south of Fargo. It's a precision agriculture farm. It's going to have a lot of neat ideas. I have a drawing of it up on the smartboard. We'll go into the school here in a little bit to look at that. So this article talks about 5 challenges that the Grand Farm hopes to experiment with, which will help eliminate them in the agriculture industries. And as we look here, the 5 were, and I'm going to use my sheet because I don't want to screw them up. So the 5 is that we have to feed a growing population. That's the biggest thing, is we continue to have more and more people, less and less farmland, but we have to somehow feed those people with less agriculture land. So that's becoming a challenge. So how do we do that? We have to make the land that we have be more accurate and produce more. And they've got some places where they're starting to grow crops upwards. It's vertical farming. So they're using like space here, and it's probably sometimes a hard concept to learn about, but it's going to be out there. The second thing that it mentions is that there is a shortage of labor, and I think that's probably the biggest one that farmers are facing. Is, well, not even farmers, even in factories, no one's working right now. No one wants to go to work. I mean, I bet you at least 5 times a year I have a farmer who wants someone to come help them, or I have a business that wants someone to come work for them. Autonomous robots. Sometimes that's the option because there's no one willing to work. All right. Another thing that it says in here, there's the skill gap. Believe it or not, people that even attend college, when they graduate, they don't have the skills needed to work in a job. You know, sometimes you're getting educated, but are you getting trained? So sometimes we'll talk a little bit about 4-year colleges and 2-year colleges because they are different, but I'm going to tell you something. So, and I use this as an example. If you're going to go to college to be an agronomist, you can go to NDSU and get a 4-year degree. You can go to Wahpeton to a 2-year school and get a degree. Want to know something? Those degrees can get you the same job. Those degrees can get you the same pay. So just because you have a 4-year degree doesn't mean you're going to get paid more. Here's the advantage of it, the 2 years. They're going to have less student loans if they have to pay for student loans. 2 years colleges are more with hands-on learning, while 4 years they go into more of the science, the practical side, and more in theory. So you're going to have more book learning. So you got to sometimes think about your options. 2-year schools are not bad at all because a lot of them, it's the same thing, but you're getting more of the hands-on learning when you go to a technical school like Wahpeton or Lake Region. We talked about Lake Region having precision agriculture. But you're going to get more of that hands-on, whereas NDSU, you're going to get more of that science base behind it. So a lot of people that attend NDSU, they might go more into the science of developing chemicals. And believe it or not, when you graduate from NDSU, you actually get a crop and weed science degree. They don't even have, it's not even called agronomy, but it's the same thing. They just have a different term for it. All right, so we're helping with feeding more people on less land. we're working on the labor shortage. We're working on the skill gap. We also have to worry more and more about safety. Safety in agriculture. There's more and more rules, I guess, and laws being developed. People can only work so many hours out of the day. Chemicals. Or, I think about it, when you put, those of you that come from a farm, you know, all the chemicals that are involved. Well, when you have a robot or something that's not human applying them, you know, you're eliminating that safety concern that might happen. And what was the fourth one? Why am I forgetting the lack of venture capital? Okay, so we're how do I say that? Since at the same time as, you know, you're not paying for all the workers on the farm, you know, those places with autonomous, with robots, you know, they're probably making a little bit more capital because they don't have to worry about paying people. Granted, the equipment's not cheap at first because the startup costs can be kind of expensive, but in the end, it can ultimately make the farmer or the business or the factory a little bit more money. All right, so we're gonna head into the classroom. I'm gonna show you a little bit about the Grand Farm, so you gotta hold with me here. So we're gonna go for a walk here. So those of you that haven't been here, so this used to be the playground area of the elementary school. Like I said, here are all my experiments that we're kind of doing right now. They just stick out here. The little fence, orange fence thing is my garden from over the summer. I gotta clean that up one of these days. There's still some stuff growing in there. But anyways, okay. So here we are. Now I'm gonna go for a little ride here. Hang on. You're way up high. Gotta bring you guys. Oh, there you go. Gonna come down some more. I think that's good. All right. Here we go. Now we're back in the school. So, I'm gonna see here. I'm gonna pull this closer. You're gonna get a sheet on Thursday that has a link to this, so that it's just a link so that you can go ahead and look at it. I'm gonna take these off for today. Otherwise, my glasses just get to me. All right, so this is what the Grand Farm is going to look like. That it's gonna be south of Fargo. Okay. They're gonna put some native planting in here, so that what we mean by native planting is plants and crops that are native to this area, so that we can use them. All right, as you can see here, they're gonna put some wind energy in. I talk more about wind energy in natural resources class. We got some solar energy coming into this, and we talk about solar energy in my egg processing class, so keep that in mind. Of course, we're talking about drones, and I think the first time I come over there, we're gonna fly the drones. So that's gonna happen. As you can see here are two of the autonomous tractors that they have drawn in. These are the Case autonomous tractors. And these are test plots. I'm assuming you guys know what test plots are. These are robotic arms right here. And what these are gonna be used for is planting. They're gonna plant these test plots with these robotic arms. They slide back and forth on here, and then they seed. So, I mean, you're probably thinking, whew, you know, is that going to affect, you know, the John Deere factory here? Air seeders? No, because this is way into the future, and you're always going to have those people that want to seed their own crop. This is the kind of stuff is for people who really like technology and they want it on their farm. But this is way into the future. So if we do see if I can get this to scroll down here. Here it is. Here's like a bird's eye view of the farm right here. So So this is kind of like the office. This building actually already is there. Okay, this building already exists. So, this is the interstate. This is I-29. Those of you that has ever taken anything to J&K taxidermy, you drive right by that because you have to take. You have to take this road. I guess the way I go there, you gotta take this road right here. So, and then like I'm gonna be honest, that Top Golf thing that I think they're building a Top Golf, yeah, is somewhere like right here. That one Walmart, I don't know what Walmart, if you guys go to Walmart, is kind of somewhere over here. So if you're kind of getting a picture of where, if you continue onto this road right here, go over the interstate, that's going to take you right to Horace, right into Horace. So this is technically, doesn't have a Fargo address, it has a Horace address. So that's kind of what it is. So as you can see here, here are the test fields that are going to be used. A lot of this is going to be solar power run. Tomorrow in ag processing, we're going to be talking about how solar energy can be used in agriculture. These kids mainly focus it on farming because it's what they know, and I'm good with that. So so this is kind of what the whole thing is going to look like. So again, I find this stuff interesting, so I'm kind of excited for it. So you really have an assignment for today. I do have a little questionnaire. It's kind of, again, a faith-based that, can you use your sheets? The articles that I sent you? Yes. Can you use each other? I prefer that you don't, but I'm just going to assume that you're not going to use each other, but it's okay if you do. So in the end, I won't know. So unless someone tells me. But anyway, so it's not a test. So don't think it's a test, because I very seldom give tests. But I'm trying to find a day to come over to visit you guys. I'd like to fly the drones the first time I come over there. I do have to visit with someone because you guys are in 2 separate hours. I kind of like to come for one of those hours. So you guys need to determine if 5th hour works or 7th hour works. I'm going to be honest, 7th hour works better for me because that's my prep period. Then the school doesn't have to hire a sub for me. So if, Steven, if I remember correctly, your 5th hour, is it possible for you to come 7th hour just on the days that I come to visit? I will also talk with your school to see if that works. If it doesn't work, we'll have to find something. Or I come for both hours if the school here lets me. Sometimes it's what they let me do. So, okay. Other than that, I'll see you on Thursday, tomorrow. So, yeah, I made it through without screwing up my days, since I'm going to start recording the afternoon before. So just today you're going to see me in the same outfit, but let me tell you something. I do need to work on my ironing skills. I think the shirt just needs to go away. So I did iron it this morning, but oh well. Okay, we'll see you. Bye.